Yo, what is up? As you can tell by the title of this video, you will never become a profitable trader unless you do this one thing. And this one thing is back testing. If you don't know what back testing is basically just going on TradingView, using the replay tool to go back in price data and experimenting with or practicing your trading system. This is so that you can get a lot of reps in a shorter period of time. That way you can get more feedback at a faster rate than if you were to just do regular forward testing with a demo account. Back testing is 100% crucial and is the #1 factor that contributed to my success with trading, that allowed me to make $36,000 in 1 month and quit my job to be a full-time trader. Now, we're not going to end the video there. We're going to dive into my computer. I'm going to go over a few examples to show you how to start backtesting in case you've never done it before, and just to make it super simple so that you can start backtesting right away. Let's get right into it. All right, here we are inside of my computer. Now for today, just going to be doing 5 reps. So 5 simulated trades using a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio, just kind of experimenting with and working on my own system. Now we are inside of the backtesting log. If you want access to your own template of a backtesting log so that you can track your backtesting sessions, I'm going to leave a link in the description to my free trading course and community. Inside of here in the course modules, there is a tools document that has all my essential trading tools, including the backtesting log. So make sure to check that out. It's completely free. And I'm going to start doing free weekly group calls inside the community. So make sure you're a part of that. All right, moving forward, we are going to pick a random pair, Canadian dollar and the Japanese yen. Going to go ahead and remove all the drawings. Now, when I start my backtesting sessions, I always just go to the 4-hour and I like to flatten price just so that way when I'm zooming back, I don't like accidentally see or accidentally remember what price looks like. So that way I can have completely honest and true results with the backtesting. Then I'm just going to scroll way back a little bit farther, a little bit farther. Going to click this replay button. Looks like we're going back to May of 2020. Now, once we have used the replay tool, we've gone back, as you can see on the bottom right there, price, it says that we are at May 31st in 2020. So now we can begin backtesting. And as always, want to do top-down analysis, starting at the high time frames and going down little by little. Now, upon looking at this, I can see price is in a little bit of a downtrend. We can see lower low, lower high, lower low. And we've recently had a strong drop off or below the EMA, as well as a kind of support zone right here. It even extends all the way back. Also, make sure you join that free course if you want a more in-depth guide of how to draw your support and resistance zones. I go over that in the course modules and I go into pretty extensive depth there. So make sure you check that out. All right, so we know this is a strong weekly zone and up here is the weekly EMA. So I'm likely going to be looking for sells somewhere up in here. Since we are in a downtrend, sells are our bias. Now going down to the daily time frame, and we're just going to wait for price to hit this weekly resistance zone. All right, we've hit this zone on the daily time frame. Now we're going to look for some rejection. Cool. Seeing some pretty strong rejection here. Have a fair value gap right there. Now we're going to go down to the 4-hour to get a sharper entry. Had that higher high, kind of still a higher low. So I want to see a little bit more continuation here to the downside before I take any sells. All right, just kiss that daily fair value gap again. Price is kind of consolidating at that EMA and this zone. Going to go down to the 1-hour time frame to look for a more zoomed in entry. All right, we have this kind of accumulation right here, and looks like we're kind of starting to dip out of it. Have a fair value gap here. Going to probably look to get in short off a retest and rejection. All right, that looks pretty good to me. Didn't quite retrace as deep as I wanted it to, but it looks like it's starting to drop off. I'm guessing it's going to do so with some decent speed. So I'm going to do a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Actually, let's do 1-to-2 for the sake of the video. All right, now that we have our trade idea determined, I'm going to take a screenshot over here with the screenshot tool, copy link. Going to put that there. Going to just risk 1%. We're going short. We are trading CAD JPY. Gonna keep the risk the same for all of these trades. Actually, maybe not. Maybe we will not. So we have the date, pair. We are going short, risk percentage, the link, the screenshot to the trade, and our reason. I recently got lazy with this just because I was typing the same thing over and over again. So just gonna say downtrend, and we will see what happens. Let's let this play out. Came back and retested like I thought it would. So would have had a way better entry if I would have waited and got in up here. Would have been a lot better. But oh well, it's behind us. Nothing I can do about it now. Still looks like this could work out. Went to the 4 hour time frame, by the way, just to make it go faster. Kind of looking questionable now. We are kind of going sideways right here. Didn't continue down like I thought it would. And we lost. So we were wrong about price rejecting right there. So we're going to take our screenshot. Boom. -1. Make that red. On to the next. All right. Gonna go back in the daily time frame, see what's going on. We're still at the weekly zone. Still, yeah, sharply rejected that weekly EMA in this zone. So I'm still bearish. I still think this is going to drop. Now, something interesting I just saw. We have this fair value gap here created by these two wicks in this candle. We have just come up to retest that. And we are now falling away. Not quite enough. I still think price is going to drop from right here. So we're going to enter short at a super big stop loss, maybe a little bit smaller, just so we could target these lows. So winning this will just get us back to break even. So let's fill out our tracker. Chart one, downtrend, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Let's let it play out. Now, since price went into a little bit of profit, going to decrease our risk by half. So now instead of risking 1%, we are risking 0.5%. Right, it's doing that same bullshit again. This is just absolutely disgusting price action. And there we go. Almost. I think it will still continue down. Kind of got a little break and retest occurring right there, so we should still be good. But just in case it's not, we're going to bring our stop loss to break even. So that way, if this trade loses, we don't lose anything. And it hit our stop loss. So screenshot over there. Bada bang, bada boom. 0. On to the next. Let's keep it going. Haven't got a win yet, but that's okay. Yeah, we're really just consolidating here. So it's really gross. Under normal conditions, if price was doing this in real time, I would just stay away because shit's gross and it can be unpredictable. But since it's a YouTube video, we're still going to do it. Yeah, just gross as fuck, but that's okay. All right, let's see what's going on. The 4 hour, got a fair value gap there that we are kind of retesting. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Rejection candlestick. Ooh, sharp rejection. Sharp rejection. 2 in a row. So after this candle close, we're definitely going to get in. And hope that the downtrend decides to continue now. Make this a little bit bigger. Gonna go 1-to-1 just to play it safe, just to get back to break even. And same thing over and over again. As you can notice, this is a very repetitive process. It's not the most exciting, not the most thrilling, but just like practicing anything else, it's the long, boring work that you do over and over again that improves your skill. Gonna decrease our risk by 50%. And we lost. Since we decreased our risk, that is only 0.5. And price is just not wanting to do what we want it to do. That's okay. Normally, if you just don't trade these conditions, then you don't have to worry about it. because you're not taking any losses. Yeah, this really is just shitty. So what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna let this play out until price makes up its mind. So dipped back above this fair value gap and then came back into this consolidation range, which a consolidation range or just a range is when price is doing this. You can literally draw a box around it. There's no direction here. It's completely sideways. It's hard to trade these conditions because it could be going down and then go up and then go down. It's not ideal. Not ideal at all. Okay, maybe now. Seems to have just swept this fair value gap and now is kind of dipping pretty aggressively below the EMA. Kind of have support here, resistance, rejection. I kind of like this. Mini fair value gap right there. I think we're going to continue dropping. So we're just going to go a super conservative position. 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio again. Short, except this time we're going to risk 1.5% because that way, if we hit a 1.5 at a 1-to-1, that'll get us back to break even. Almost wanted to dip down a little bit. Gonna go ahead and decrease our risk while we're here just to play it safe. All right, let's see a take profit hit, please. Bingo, 1.5% gain. All right, last trade for the video. We are at break even right now. Gonna try to end with some mega profit. Not actually. We're gonna go for some conservative profit. So we've broken out of this consolidation range that I was talking about, which is good. That means we're probably gonna see some big downside moves. This is the daily time frame. Have a fair value gap right here, as well as kind of a support. If we can retest, that would be dope. Oh, damn. It was a pretty aggressive retest, not gonna lie. Was not expecting that. What is going on? Now we're right back in that range area. I was wrong. Good thing I didn't enter short there because I was about to. Like, what are we doing? Literally, what are we doing? Still downtrend, touching that weekly EMA again. I still feel there's no way does it break above? Who knows? That's the thing with trading. No one ever truly knows. All right, looks like we got the double top here. If you don't know what a double top is, it is a top that has been touched doubly 2 times. So 1, 2, and a double top is usually just a sign of bearish. It's like bearish confirmation. See it right there. You can see it right here. It's basically just when price hits a resistance, comes down, hits that same resistance, and doesn't have enough buying momentum to break through. So if you see a double top forming, you're like, oh, maybe it's excels. That's what we're seeing right here. So honestly, no, this is the weekly. We're not doing that. Okie dokie. Okay, sharp drop off. We have fair value gap here. See if we can get a little retest and entry. There's the retest. Go down to the 4-hour. Got a little fair value gap there. Let's see if we get inverse that, John. And guess what? We're back in that consolidation range. Can you believe it? There we go. Now we're starting to dip back below. Who knows? Maybe we'll go back in the consolidation range. It'll be awesome. Not actually. All right, fair value gap on the daily. See if we get a little retest. And this is why it's important to wait for confirmation, because I could have just said once price gets inside of this daily fair value gap that I'm going short, but by waiting for a rejection candlestick or an engulfing candlestick, I basically just avoided a loss because we obviously didn't see the confirmation. We didn't see the candlesticks I wanted to see, so I didn't get in. And if I would have got in right here, this likely would have been a loss. Like, this is gross. It's making lower lows and lower highs though. So, I mean, we are still trending downward. We are at the daily EMA. So let's see what happens from right there. Got a rejection from right there. We're just gonna enter for the sake of the video at a 1-to-1. We could even go a little bit safer. The farther your stop losses are back, the less likely they are to get hit. Same goes for your take profit. But when you're trying to be more conservative, I like to just put my stop losses super far. That way, if the trades does start going against me, I have a lot more time to react if I want to get out early or if I want to adjust or anything of that sort. So copy link. Holy shit. Well, there goes that trade. Didn't work at all. I was wrong. So minus 1%. Ended the session in a loss, which is not good. That is okay because under normal trading conditions, you obviously can switch between pairs. You can walk away from a pair if it's not working good. Whereas in back testing, you're just on one pair at a time and you're kind of trading even through unideal circumstances. So overall net total of the session is negative 1%, which if that's $100, you lost $1. If that's $1,000, you lost 10. If it's $10,000, you just lost $100. Womp, womp. All right, that's the end of the video. That is the one thing you need to do in order to become a profitable trader. And if you don't, you will never become profitable. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure to use that first link in the description to join my free trading course and community. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.